Good morning, students. So, how are you all? So again I am back once again to teach you English 1 of class 5. So last day I was teaching the adjective chapter, and today I am going to start with another part of adjective. It's called degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison. So today our topic or chapter, whatever you say, we will study chapter number 8, adjectives, degrees of comparison. So what is degrees of comparison? Let us understand that one at first. Last class adjective, we have learned that what is an adjective? Adjectives are qualifying or describing words that basically describes a noun. After that, we learned about its position and all the details, all the divisions of an adjective. Then we crossed 2 exercises. Then in the next class, there were 2 more exercises that I have given in the form of PDF. So today, one more thing we need to understand, that is degrees of comparison based on adjective. Now what is degrees of comparison? Let me clarify that one first. In order to know about the intensity or whatever we say that to measure the adjectives in its proper sequence, we use these degrees of comparison. Degrees means how much or to what extent. Okay, so we need to understand this much at first. Then we are going to learn at first the 3 types of degrees that we are having in our syllabus and also in our learning process, and then we shall be going towards their formation, how they form from one form to another. So basically these degrees of comparison of an adjective is about the intensity, how much extension from one form to another form it is going on, and this division is based upon 3 wings. You see, you can see I have done adjectives, these degrees. First one is positive, second one is comparative, and third one is superlative. So these are the 3 things. These are very much intricate and these are very much vital for your learning section. So first one is our positive degree. There we are getting to know about the comparative degree. Then we shall move towards our superlative degree. Okay. So these 3 things let us make clear. Then we will move towards the further parts of our chapter. Look at these sentences. See, Ramesh is a tall. Akul is taller than Ramesh. Vijay is the tallest of the 3. At first I am going to give you some examples by which you are going to have some preconceived idea about what to explain in the further course, further part. So if I write here tall, then here it is coming taller. Then it is coming here tallest. So these 3 things. So tall means what? Tall is a simple present tense and also in simple word which we are using basically in positive sense. In the positive means very normal word. But the simple words that we use in a simple sentences. There will be no difficulty to understand an adjective. Only normal adjective what we use in basically in a sentence, we term this one as positive degree. It's called positive degree. Okay. Then from tall, we are getting taller, and that also too in the comparative sense. So what is happening? When we compare these 2 things, whenever we are comparing these 2 things, then we are using this taller part. That is a comparative part. So from this comparative part, we are getting the idea that we are comparing 2 nouns, 2 things, 2 matter, whatever the things might be. We are not going in details, but you just keep it in mind that comparative degree, we need to make a comparison. What? We need to make a comparison between 2 nouns. So what are they? Positive, here we got tall. Okay, simple qualifying adjective, it is simple word, simple describing word, tall. So it is positive. Positive means no difficult to understand what is a positive. Positive are very simple words that we use in sentence that I mentioned earlier. Now comparative means when we are using comparing two subjects, two nouns, two person. At that time we are using this comparative. So tall is one intensity, the base form. Then I am coming to the next form. It's called comparative. It is the second order form. It's called the second order form. So it is the taller. Means we are comparing two things. From here comparative, comparison. From comparison this word is coming. Comparative. Okay. So it's called taller here. Okay. Now the last one is all about superlative. So superlative degree means what? Superlative means the highest form of an adjective. Highest degree. Beyond this, nothing can go apart. Nothing can go. So this is the last one, highest form, highest degree. The supreme degree. Super means the top form. Super means the top form. We cannot exceed from superlative degree anymore. So for that reason, we need to answer superlative. Superlative means the last form, the highest form. Above all, the adjective which we are placing in a sentence is will be termed as superlative. Okay. So positive here, comparative here, and superlative means here. You see the measurement. Positive means very simple, related to this. Comparative means a bit higher, okay, a bit higher. And superlative means the highest and the tallest form. The highest and the tallest form. So beyond this, nothing else. The taller, that means we are comparing these two and writing a taller as in the column of comparative section. Okay. Then coming towards your superlative form. So superlative form means what? Superlative form means the highest form. Above all. Okay. So it is the supreme form of an adjective. We cannot go anything. So this is the last one, tallest. Tallest means the highest one that we are forecasting in a sentence. Okay. And this superlative form is above all of these two forms. Above all of these two forms is positive and this comparative form. Okay, this superlative form. So this was the main idea. Now I am going to read the text what is given here. Ram is a tall boy. Atul is taller than Ramesh. Vijay is the tallest of the three. Okay. So Ram, given here Ram is tall, so only one person I am getting here. Then Atul is taller than Ramesh. Atul is, so here it is Ramesh. Sorry, it is Ramesh. So only I am describing Ramesh as tall. Only one I am describing Ramesh as tall. Simple thing, simple matter. No need of making it very difficult or what to say, many ideologies, many ideas. No need of putting this one. Just think it this way. Ramesh is a man who is a tall. So it's a very simple thing. It's a base form of an adjective. It's a base form. It's the lowest form. So positive, normal. No need of making it in a very different sense. It's all about positive and it's very base form. Okay. Now it's coming towards taller. So what will be taller? Atul is taller than Ramesh. So this one is Atul, this one is Ramesh. So whenever we are comparing between these two, we are using this taller form. Atul is taller than Ramesh. So Ramesh is not at all taller. Rather Atul is taller. This one is Atul and this one is Ramesh. So Atul is taller than Ramesh. So we are using taller. As we are comparing the height of these both persons. These two persons, Atul and another one is Ramesh. One is Atul, another one is our Ramesh. So for that reason, Atul is taller. So taller than whom? Taller than Ramesh. So to compare two things, two persons, two matter, whatever the things might be, we have to use this comparative sentence. Okay. And superlative means Vijay is the tallest of the three. So now another person is coming here. It's all about Vijay. So what about Vijay? This man is the highest one, in tallest. He is the tallest one. Vijay is the tallest one. So Vijay, what to say? Vijay is the tallest. Tallest than whom? Atul and also Ramesh. Atul and Ramesh. So Vijay is the tallest one. So no one is more taller as compared to what to say this Vijay. Okay. Vijay is the tallest. So he is the supreme in height. Among these three means Atul and Ramesh and our Vijay himself. Okay. So he is getting the supreme height. among these three, Atul, Ramesh and our Vijay. So who is the tallest one? Vijay. Who is the second one in order? Atul. And who is the very best one? Shortest in height, that is our Ramesh. So when no competition was there, only one was there, we are using Ramesh. Others were not present. This Atul, this Vijay, they were not there. They were actually not there. Only we talked about Ramesh. Now we are talking about Atul and Ramesh. So who became the higher one? This Atul. Okay. And Ramesh just went back. For that I am giving cross here. And now it's coming about Vijay. So Vijay is tallest as compared to others like Atul and Ramesh. So how many are there? So he is the tallest. Might be there having more person, but Vijay will be the tallest one. So after Vijay, no one was there in the class, or no one was there in that scenario, right? Okay. The word tall, taller, and tallest are the three forms of an adjective tall. In sentence 1, when we say Ramesh is a tall boy, we are comparing it with any other boy. Okay. In sentence 2, when we say Atul is taller than Ramesh, we are comparing two boys, Atul and Ramesh. So this one, Atul and Ramesh. So two comparisons have been done. Two comparisons. Okay. Then what happened after that? In sentence 3, when we say Vijay is the tallest of the three, Vijay is the tallest among the three, we are comparing more than two boys. So that means we are comparing more than two boys. So three boys were there. Among those three boys, Vijay remained the tallest. Vijay remained the tallest. Okay. The word tall is said to be in positive degree. So this word tall, this word tall, this word tall is in the positive degree. Is in the positive degree. Okay. Then what happened? Then the word taller is said to be the comparative degree. So this taller word is in the comparative degree as we are making comparison between two person. As we are making comparison between two person. Okay. And the word superlative degree. So superlative is the word tallest is said to be the superlative degree. So this one is the tallest. This one is the tallest, and we are making this adjective as our superlative form. So is that clear to you all? We use the positive degree of an adjective when we do not make any comparison. So when we are using positive degree, when we are making no comparison. Right. So, tall. There was only one person. Okay? Taller. Two person. And tallest means three or more person if you want to include whatever the numbers. Class dot, whatever the numbers you can include, you can include. But the highest form will be there. So here only one person we are describing. It's tall. It's a normal form, positive. Two person taller we are using. Okay. And here three, 1, 2, 3. In the book it is given 3, but more than, see, I have included many more. So it's all about tallest, the highest form, the superior. Okay. So when we use comparative degree of an adjective, when we compare two person or thing, so two person or thing we are comparing, two person, see here, 2 person, 1 plus 1 equals to 2 person we are using 2. So for that reason we are using this taller section. The word tallest is said to we use the superlative degree of an adjective when we compare more than 2 person or things, or more than 2 groups or person or things, whatever the things like. See here I have given this section. Number of people, number of person, number of things can be included. But the highest form you have to choose. The highest form you have to make it, understand, in the copy whatever it is. So highest form you have to understand. The highest is speaking about the highest form. No comparison, positive. Short, some synopsis have been given. Some synopsis, right? 3 items are given here. So first one will be no comparison. See, no comparison. Control, no comparison. No comparison. Comparing two personal thing, comparing degree. See, two personal thing means comparing color or comparing whatever you say. Comparing more than two personal things. See this section. Comparing two personal. It's called tallest. Okay. So this is the basic idea all about the degrees of comparison. Now let me move to the next section. This one A section. Now let me speak about the formation of these three parts. Formation, how they form basically. So in your book, there we saw that 6 types have been given. So I am going to explain 2 today, rest 4 in the next class. Okay. Next 4 we are going to move. Total 6 are given. So out of that, I am going to explain only 2 forms today. First 2 forms I will make you understand. Then the rest 4 forms of formation of an adjective we are going to make in the next class. Okay. So this one, formation of the comparative and superlative degrees of adjective. So comparative, positive will be given. Without positive, how you can make? So positive will be given. From there, how can we make in comparative degree, and also how can we transfer into superlative form? So let us understand. Most adjectives form their comparative degree by adding er and their superlative degree by adding est to the positive. So here positive, here comparative, and here your superlative. Okay, so these 3 forms have been given. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now positive will be given, and then from there we have to move to superlative and then comparative also. So now positive. So what have been given? Number 1, rule number 1, formation. Most adjectives form their comparative degree by adding er and their superlative by adding est to the positive. So whatever have been given, we have to add er and est. So by adding er with comparative degree and est with the superlative junction. So what positive, and we have positive, so positive what clever. Okay, so in this comparative degree, what it will be? Cleverer, C-A-E-V-E-R, E-R, plus E-R. So what is the meaning? C-A-E-V-E-R, E-R. Okay, so first one we are writing here clever, clever in the positive degree. Comparative degree we are adding ER. So ER we are getting here ER. So after addition of ER we are getting cleverer, and in the superlative form what to make? EST form. So clever plus EST. What will come? Cleverest. So I think that you can understand what I mean to say. Now second example I am giving rich. So what will be that? After adding rich plus er, richer. Next I am moving to superlative form. So what to do? Superlative form? Yes, you are right. So rich plus est. So what to do? Richest. In this way the other forms will be done. In this way the other words will be met. From positive to comparative by adding er and est. Er and est. Okay? So I think that you are getting my points, what I want to share, what I want to teach you now. So rich, richer, richest by adding er and est. Okay? So finally it is done. This was rule number 1. Rule number 1. We have completed. Rule number 1 by adding er, est. By adding this one. By adding er and est. By adding er, est. Okay? By adding er, est. So positive what will be given? In the comparative we have to add er. So for that reason we are moving towards cleverer. Here we are adding with the words and we are making this clever and all the adjective. And cleverest what will be done? Clever plus est. So clever plus est means cleverest. In superlative form it will be cleverest. Now moving towards the second rule. Moving towards the second rule. So what is there in the second rule? Second what is given? Rule number 2. What is there? If the positive ends in E, we add only R and ST. So if this positive, here any word adding with E, ending with E, brave. So this one is, okay, I am just writing the rule at first in summarized form, then I will explain this one. Positive ends in E, then what will happen? We add only R and ST. Okay, so what is done? If the positive word ends with E, then we are supposed to add R and we are supposed to add ST. Okay, we are supposed to add R and we are supposed to add ST. Now, brave. I am citing one example. Brave. Brave is in a positive form. Brave is in a positive form, and that too, this E is there. So the word ending with E. The word ending with E. So from here, what to make? Brave to braver. B-R-A-V-E, brave plus E-R. So what will be there? Braver. Why we are adding E-R? Because E is there. E is there. For that reason, braver it will be. Okay. B-R-A-V-E-R, braver, B-R-A-V-E-R we have done. Brave plus E-R. No, sorry. Brave plus R. Okay. So brave plus R, it will be braver. Brave plus R, braver. Another one, ST. That is the superlative form. This one is the comparative form. And when we are moving towards this superlative thing here, from here, superlative thing. So what to do in that case? Superlative means bravest. So brave plus ST. What will be the solution? There will be a brave, B-R-A-V-E-S-T, bravest. Okay. Why? Because this E is there. For that we are using ST. For that we are using ST. Okay. You see this diagram, see this method. As E was there for that in comparative form, we are using brave R. So brave R, comparative C, and bravest in the superlative form we are using ST. So first from what we came to know that word, normal word, when we are using comparative sense we are using ER and superlative form EST. So in the second our rule, we came to know that words that those are ending, or adjectives those are ending with E, adjectives those are ending with E. In the comparative section we have to change the form and we have to add R. We have to add R. Braver, then what to say, noble, nobler, pure, purer, wise, wiser, many are there. Whatever the words we will get as adjective in a sentence, it should end with E, then you can switch on to this rule. And then the last one, here R and here ST. Here R and here ST. So we need to add ST and then we can make it into superlative form. Okay. So this was all about our today's class, and this free section. Just you follow my class in a normal way and try to understand the things. Okay. So out of those 6 rules to form to make the degrees of comparison, we have discussed only 2. Let me do some mind mapping. So in the first order, what we came to know, I said all about adjective in a brief way. Then what is all about degrees of comparison? That is, degrees of comparison means the intensity or the measuring or the what to say about the qualities of an adjective that we use in different kinds of sentences. How much, or how many, whatever the things we are using adjective. For that we are using degrees of comparison. Then how to measure one form to another. So it's all about these degrees of comparison, I say. Then I discussed about the 3 forms. One is positive, second one is comparative, third one is superlative. Then I have make you understand all about the 3 forms, how to know, how to understand these 3 forms, how to make these 3 forms. These are the main things. how we can say that this one is positive, this one is comparative, and this one is superlative. The main ideas that I have given, okay, how to understand among sentences, among people, among person, what have been given in the sentence, and then I move towards the formation of this divisor comparison. Okay, so out of those formation, there were 6 in number. Today I have make you understand only two. First one also I have given, second one also I taught just now. So this is the second, how to make the divisor comparison. More 4 are remaining. So in the next class I shall be teaching this 2 section, number 1, number 2. Again I will recapitulate, again I will revise once, then I am going to make you understand those 4 types of adjective. So this is all about today's class. Go for it. If you have any doubt that this section you are not just understanding or anything, any problem is happening, just write me in the comment section, and in this way just try to communicate with me, and just say that where you are having any doubt or if you are having any problem. Okay, so by that time follow my class, and we shall be meeting in the next class, in the next video. Thank you.